Hi, I'm Marty Mosley, head of the Total TV Network. By now you've probably determined that the Total TV Network believes in small group Bible study. However, it does require variety and innovation. It doesn't have to be boring. There's something else we believe in, that's missions. We would like to see your young people involved in mission projects here in the States or overseas. So the Total TV Network is going to donate 3 $2,500 mission scholarships to church youth groups who are going on a mission trip outside of the United States or Canada. And we are also going to donate 5 $1,000 mission scholarships to church youth groups who are involved in a mission project here in the U.S. or Canada. Apply today for your scholarship. There are more details in the enclosed Leader's Guide. Take our challenge and involve your young people in missions. Now enjoy this episode of Unfiltered.
Hey, Kyle.
I know we've only been dating for a couple of days, but I was thinking about getting Ashley's name tattooed on my arm.
Bad idea.
Yeah. Kill him. But I'm telling y'all, I'm getting ready to give Carl a piece of my mind.
Wait, isn't he a black belt?
Like it matters.
Bad idea.
I'm the tiger, right, guys? Huh?
Hey, Adam, you got prom date yet?
Try 3. You never know who's gonna back out on you.
Bad idea.
Yeah, I barely knew the guy, but he had 2 mouthpieces and I needed 1, so I figured.
Bad idea, Jeans.
Hey, anyone want my apple? Flash kinda got a hold of it.
Hey, I'm game.
Hi, I'm Haley, and this is Rob.
Welcome to Unfiltered. Hey, Haley.
Yeah.
We're friends, right?
Sure.
Okay, though Haley may struggle with wanting a little more than a friendship, I think we get along pretty
I
well.
don't struggle with that.
However, not all friendships are perfect.
We're definitely not perfect.
In fact, some friends might even be kind of bad for you.
Rob,
We're going to talk about those today on the show.
are you even listening to me?
I'm sorry, what?
My relationship with Kelly at the beginning was we were like sisters. We were inseparable. We were always together.
We were inseparable for a while. You know, it seemed like we did everything together.
I felt Kelly was someone I could trust everything to because she listened so well. She always had the right answer when I needed it. So I trusted her a lot at the beginning. I think I grabbed on a little too fast. Trusted somebody a little too much.
I think we rushed into it, but
I had heard that she was spreading rumors about me and that she was telling people that I did things that I didn't do.
I never did spread rumors about her. I mean, who would spread rumors about their best friend?
And she admitted that she had said some stuff to some people, but she believed that it had been blown out of proportion, and at the time I was just so upset I didn't believe her.
Then I also heard stuff that I hadn't been saying, that I was calling her untrustworthy and a bad friend and stuff like that, and none of it was true.
I guess a week or 2 had passed and she had called me, confronting me that she had heard that I was spreading rumors about her.
Well, when I called, she sounded shocked, and I don't know if that was shock from hearing these things that weren't true or shock that I knew what she was saying, but she denied it totally.
I never spread rumors about Kelly, but I do admit I did say things to, people like, just hurt feelings. I wouldn't say anything that wasn't true. I just said that, she did hurt me. She probably isn't a good friend, which is stuff I never should have said. I came home every day upset because I'd see her every day at school and it wasn't the same. It wasn't the run up and hug and tell all the secrets. It was just kind of a hi-bye thing.
It hit our friendship like really hard to where we weren't really even speaking to each other.
I didn't want to hang out with her on the weekends. I couldn't even face her at the time. It wasn't anger quite yet. It was more, I was too upset to even speak to her.
It really, really was painful. I was really confused and really hurt.
I had never been hurt like this before. I mean, you've had those arguments with a friend and you get over it, but Kelly was the one person I had never felt that close to or trusted so much with. And I felt like I couldn't trust anybody.
For a while, I didn't think I could trust many people, but it was also a learning experience.
I just wish we had never listened to the rumors, because rumors just are the most horrible thing that a friendship can go through. I wish that we had actually come to each other and talked just like best friends.
We really haven't talked a whole lot since 8th grade. I mean, we have, but we're more of acquaintances now than friends.
But I think now we could be better friends if we just talk about this whole situation, get it past us, and then make a new start from there.
You know, Kelly and Whitney are trying, but I don't think their friendship's quite back yet.
And that's hard because friends are the best. I mean, we spend most of our time with them.
Like in school?
Or going on youth trips.
Oh, on the phone.
Hanging out. I mean, tons of time. Let's check in with Louis Giglio. He heads up the Passion Conferences and Bible Studies. I got to go to one of those conferences recently, and it was incredible. Tons of singing, tons of people, and Louis did great.
Friendships are supposed to be good. They're one of the great joys in life, but they can quickly go bad, as we've seen. I want to talk about two kinds of killer friendships today. First, friends that hurt your feelings. Jesus said, love your neighbor as yourself. Now that's brilliant. You see, it sets up a balance. The other person and yourself. Love your friend, but keep loving yourself too. Friendships need to be two-way streets. But sometimes a friend will hurt you, take advantage of you, disrespect you. That's a sign the friendship is off balance. And it's a tough spot to be in. But what can you do? Well, here's some ideas. First, make sure you know exactly what happened. Don't rely on hearsay, but ask your friend to explain directly what happened. And whatever happened between you and your friend, you have to decide. Was this a betrayal that should end your relationship forever? Or can you forgive your friend and renew the friendship? Jesus had two friends who hurt him, Judas and Peter. Judas sold him out. Peter denied knowing him. But later, Jesus forgave Peter and restored a relationship with him. Now, you guys have problems with friends too. Of course, sometimes you're fighting about girls, aren't you?
Brian and I met each other in 8th grade, and I thought he was a punk kid and everything. He tried to be all macho and everything in front of all the kids he didn't know. But summer after our 9th grade year, we had happened to sit by each other, so we had become really good friends. We'd go and buy the newest computer games and play them all day long, all night long, until we couldn't see the screen anymore, and it was really fun. I was going to homecoming with this girl that I'd asked, and I had an interest in starting to date her, and Brian knew this. And about 2 weeks before homecoming, he decided that he would make the move and move in on her. So I had called him and asked him about this girl, like what his deal was with her. And he said that he was just friends with her and he was happy that they were being friends. Then about a week later, he called me and he said, I need to tell you something. Me and this girl are gonna start dating. And so they started dating about a week before homecoming, and I ended up going to homecoming with this girl while she was dating Brian. It ticked me off big time. I felt really disappointed in him, and I told him that I was really disappointed in him and that I couldn't trust him as a friend anymore. There were a few words that probably shouldn't have been said that were said by both of us, and he ended up storming out of the room. There was a whole lot of times whenever I felt like getting back at him and having revenge on what he had done to me or something. It got to the point where I would say we were 0% friends. We hated each other.
Sound familiar? The yelling, nasty words, wanting revenge. It's easy to get into all that, but what will it prove? Let me ask you, do you have the strength to forgive the person who hurt you? To forgive them fully? Forgiveness isn't easy. When you forgive, you're not saying, oh, it was nothing, forget about it. It wasn't nothing. It hurt. You're not making excuses, but you're saying, you hurt me, but I'm going to let go of that. I want to stay friends.
If I could change something about the situation, it would probably be how I tried to make his friends turn against him. It wasn't right for me to try to get people to hate him, because I realize now that it really did hurt him, even though what he did hurt me. It's still really hard to be friends with him, but I mean, he's that kind of a person to where whenever you're with him, you know, you're having a good time, then he's fun to hang out with. Brian and I plan to room together at college next year, which is pretty cool. But I have been a little worried about how his behavior is going to be in a big college campus with a lot of different people. And I am kind of worried that he may do the same thing again.
Forgiveness means committing yourself to restore the relationship. But you don't want the same thing to happen again. So set boundaries. Be honest with your friend about what needs to change. We took the Total TV crew out and asked you about your killer friendships. Here's what we heard.
I had a friend that spread rumors about me.
You don't want to have bad friends. I mean, you want someone you can trust.
I guess she met new people, and I guess she just forgot about me.
She broke up with me for my best friend, and it was kind of weird.
Ashley and we got in a real big fight. It was over another friend. She turned her against me.
She's like, it's a thing to do. Everybody else is doing it.
Well, it's really hard. Yeah. Not to follow the crowd.
I used to have friends that I'd hang around with, and my dad warned me about them. They got me in a lot of trouble.
So sometimes you try to act like them so you can be a part of them.
They do some bad things, and they've pressured me to do them sometimes.
It's just hard because people don't accept you sometimes. They just want to have their own little group.
Started off doing drugs, my friends all did them and everything like that. I wouldn't do that by myself, but with friends, it's a lot different.
And it was just all because of who I chose to be my friends.
You've heard about friends fighting. Now it's time for you guys to talk.
First, how do you know when a friendship is out of balance?
And second, is it really possible to forgive someone after they've hurt you so badly?
Come back when you're done.
Okay, time to stop the tape, and whatever you do, don't skip the questions, Discuss among yourselves. This portion of Unfiltered is brought to you by Superbond, making friends for life.
Dad, can I ask you a question?
Sure.
When you got out of college, did you find it tough to keep strong friendships?
I know how you're feeling. When I was your age, my doctor recommended Superbond.
Superbond?
Superbond is a clinically tested adhesive that permanently bonds friends together.
Superbond.
Trust me, son, it's worked for me.
Superbond, making friends for life. In upstate New York, there's a place where the walls are made of Velcro and sumo wrestling is the Wednesday night event. The Bible is the word and the donuts are always served fresh. But when you join the First Community Church, you know you'll find Jesus because they don't accept anything less. Jesus, he's everywhere you want to be.
Welcome back to the show. Today we're talking about friends.
You know what my favorite thing to do is?
What?
Hang out with my friends. It's the best time.
Yeah, but sometimes when you get around your friends, you end up doing things you probably shouldn't be doing.
Wait, are you talking about me?
No.
I hope you're not slamming my friends.
I'm trying to lead us to the next story.
Sorry.
Someone's a little defensive.
The things that I liked about Sarah, it was her personality. She was nice to people. She was funny. We had the same taste of clothes. I liked her personality at first, but when I really got to know her, I saw what kind of friends she was picking, and they were more of the not too good of friends. It was then when I realized that this is not the type of friend that I want. Some things really started happening with Sarah, and it made me think and wonder about her. She started dressing funny. Her taste changed. She changed her friends. She was an A student and her grades started to drop. After a while, she had a bad smell, and I questioned her about it, and she just, oh, my mom's smoking, but it wasn't true. It was her who was really smoking. We went to a party together, and she knew that I didn't smoke or drink, and she tried to spike my drink, and she didn't know that I saw her do it. The final straw was when she tried to get me to smoke something else other than a cigarette. She tried to get me to steal from her parents for her, and that's when I told her it's gonna have to stop. I started avoiding her, and she confronted me about it, and I just told her I've been busy. I was kind of nervous at first, but I told her that, Sarah, because of you, I've lost a couple of my other friends, and I'm starting to act like you, and my parents are starting to see it, and you're just not a good influence on me, so I think our friendship is gonna have to end unless you change. The friendship ended and she didn't change.
There's another kind of killer friendship. It's the kind that kills your faith. The book of Proverbs says, do not make friends with a hot-tempered man. Do not associate with one easily angered, or you may learn his ways and get yourself ensnared. But it's not just anger you need to worry about. It's lust, pride, disobedience, and so on. You tend to pick up attitudes from those you hang out with. If you're always with those who don't care about God, that can be dangerous. It can hurt your faith. The first verse of Psalm says, blessed is the man who does not walk in the counsel of the wicked, or stand in the way of sinners, or sit in the seat of mockers. But you say, wait a second, wasn't Jesus a friend of sinners? Didn't he hang out with bad people? Yes, he did. And I'm not saying you have to sever all ties with non-Christian friends, but you've got to be careful about the way of the sway. What do I mean? Are you swaying your non-Christian friends to be better people, or are they swaying you to be worse? If you find yourself being swayed by people who have no interest in pleasing God, then maybe you ought to pull out of those relationships for a while and find strength among Christian friends. As Proverbs 13:20 says, he who walks with the wise grows wise, but a companion of fools suffers harm. The most important decisions you make about the kind of person you want to become are the friends you choose. Think about it, and we'll see you next time.
If you want a good friendship, you have to base it on trust.
I have some really good friends, though, because if I tell them anything, they don't tell anybody.
Because my friends understand me better. Now I've got the right kind of friends, and I'm a lot better off.
You can never run out of things to talk about when you're talking to your friends.
The music I listen to, everything, it just talks about sticking with your friends, sticking with the people you really love, you know, the people that'll be there for you.
I usually made friends with people who had gone through some similar things that I've gone through, so they can have something in common with me.
If you're really friendly, then a lot of people want to be your friend.
It was amazing how many people were friendly to me and came up and talked to me without me having to talk to them first.
I think that in any way you can, reach out, say hello to someone you don't normally say hi to, because you might make a really good friend and you might not, but what does it hurt to just reach out to people?
Yeah.
You have nothing to lose.
It's time to wrap up another episode of Unfiltered.
Louis has given us some great tips on friendships. Remember, get all the facts and don't listen to rumors.
Then decide Judas or Peter.
Also, be willing to fully forgive and set boundaries.
And don't forget, be careful of the way of the sway. Some relationships are just too dangerous.
See you next time.
Bye.
Good morning. Regular or premium? I thought you might say that. These are some nice wood. Hey, I bet you can go from 0 to 60 in 4.5 seconds. Am I right? Premium gas, premium lifestyle. Those that live by this standard basically adhere to what I like to call the 3 M's. Money, material possessions, and more of each. I used to buy into that till I realized what was really important in life. People. I love to love people. I'd love for you to hurry up. Except for you. I'm playing with you.